Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84. A big thank you for coming back and choosing another one of my videos right here on YouTube. So if you were with us yesterday, you would have seen us kick off the brand new series on the channel. Yes, we are taking on the Red Bull Salzburg Rebuild Challenge. We have taken ourselves out to Austria and we are looking to rebuild Red Bull Salzburg. We're going to try and do it using players that are 21 and under. We're going to look to challenge Red Bull Leipzig first for Red Bull branded supremacy. We also want to become and stay the biggest club in Austria. And then we want to try and get European domination to go with it too. Yes, we want to use all of the Wonder Kid talent that we can find to go and bring European success to Red Bull Salzburg. So let's jump back in then. Yesterday, you would have seen us introduce the club and show you exactly who Red Bull Salzburg are, some of their players, and the key lineups that we are going to be using. You also got a brief view of the formation that we use. In today's episode, we have jumped forward to the 3rd of February 2022, and that means that we have been able to make signings. Yesterday, we did say that for the first transfer window, we were not going to be making signings. As always with these rebuild challenges, we want to assess the team going forward and then see where we might need to plug gaps. Luckily for us, this is quite a strong squad, certainly in terms of Austrian football. In terms of European football, probably need a little bit more depth in terms of the quality of player that we have. But for the first transfer window, we are going to try and we're going to poach players. I mean, you can see on the screen, we have already started the process of bringing in some of these players that have the potential to be wonder kids. But first, let's show you the players that have left the club then. So starting on the right-hand side here, the first player to leave was Philip Cohn, the goalkeeper, going to Watford for £2.8 million. Albert Valci then left to go to Lille for £1.7 million. Federico Crescente went on loan, as did Tolgan Sahin, and then Andreas Ulmer left to go to Lokomotiv Moscow for £50,000. So that then meant that even though we hadn't had a lot of players going out, we did go and sign quite a few players. As I said, we were looking to go off the basis of go around some of Europe's top clubs, maybe try and take away some of their better talents and see if we can develop them ourselves. Some of the board settings were sign players under the age of 20 for the first team, sign players under the age of 22 to develop, and then sign no player over the age of 28. And we're going to jump straight in and show you the first player that we went and signed from Real Madrid was Babacar. He is a right winger. He is only 16 years old, so plenty of room to develop. Good pace for 11, acceleration 13, passing of 14, technique of 14. Probably has some work rate and teamwork issues, but at the age of 16, hopefully we can develop him further. We have put him into the first team, so he's training with the first team, but probably make him available for Liefering, which is the B team at Salzburg. But overall, for the price that we paid, a couple of £100,000, 230 to be precise, I think he is a good signing. The next player, also from Real Madrid, is Retu. He's 20 years old. He is a left back, right back, and central defender, so he can play anywhere across the back. 6'1", I think he'd probably better off in the central slot, but he has decent jumping reach of 16. He has good heading of 14, tackling of 15. At the age of 20, probably not a lot left to develop in him, but I do think that if we can get him into the first team somehow, there is potential to develop the player. And I think just like Salzburg do, I think he's a player that we probably can sell on for a profit in the future. Not 100% sure if he's going to be staying or going. Next player is Diego. Now, where is Diego from? He's a Bolivian player who's also come from Real Madrid, plays as a midfielder or a defensive midfielder, 18 years old. You can see he has good pace, good acceleration, good agility. His passing is 13, tackling is 13, technique of 11, vision 12, work rate 12, decisions of 14. So everything that we need to develop him into a top-class midfielder. I have a feeling that he will become good. We then went and raided Manchester United. Martin Sviradesky, he is a central midfielder, but look at the other positions that he could play. We like lots of versatility and players who can play anywhere in the team, and he has quite a few roles that he's going to be able to develop if we try and train him into some of them. He's 19 years old, and you can see that he has good passing, good technique, good tackling, good work rate, teamwork, positioning. Pace is good, 13. Acceleration is good with 13. I think he's a player for the future, and again, he's one that fits in with our philosophies. We then signed Godjes Yeboah from Red Bull Leipzig. Went and stole one of our own talents from within the Red Bull camp. He's 17 years old. He's a striker. He has finishing of 13, pace of 12, acceleration of 13. Red Bull Leipzig did like the player quite a lot, but our scouts went and looked at him and they said for us to sign him at the age of 17. I think he was one for the future, obviously. We then went to Barcelona and signed Juanda Fuentes. He's a Colombian who is 18 years old. He is a quick right winger, left winger, can also play through the centre and be a makeshift striker. Finishing at 12, so probably won't use him there, but you can see he has good pace, acceleration, technique, penalty taking, passing, long shots, first touch, dribbling, crossing is okay. Flair if 16, so he's a player that we are going to look to develop and get into the first team. We then went back to Real Madrid. We signed Raul Asensio. He is a centre back, 18 years old. He stands at 6 foot. Natural fitness is good, pace is good, acceleration, determination, heading, marking, tackling. I think again at the age of 18, he's a player that we can probably throw into Life Ring or train with the first team and move to Life Ring. And I think he will develop quite nicely as a player. We then went back to Barcelona. Jorge Alastuey, 18 years old, can play a lot of positions. Like I said, we like it when they can do that. Defensive midfielder, central midfielder, attacking midfielder, right winger, can also be makeshift striker and left-sided player. He has good pace of 11, acceleration of 12, 18 years old, Spanish player. Another one that I think we will pick up and develop as we go along. We then went to Bayern Munich, Angelo Brookner. He's an 18-year-old left back or right back. He plays a wing back too. He also can play a makeshift midfielder and centre back. So again, that versatility is what we are looking for. But he has good pace, good acceleration, good dribbling, good crossing, passing, technique, work rate. He has good flair, determination. So this is a kid at the age of 18. I think we can pick up, we can turn him into a decent enough player that we can be selling him on for a profit in the future. And if not, we have found ourselves a bit of a hidden gem, I feel, for the long term. Back to Real Madrid. Here he is the next player. He can play wide right. He can play as a striker. I think looking at his pace and acceleration, he's probably going to be a wide player, but he does have finishing of 14. So if we do need a makeshift striker, I think we can probably throw him in there and see what happens. The next player was Alex Robertson. He is an English, I believe he is an under-21 international. No appearances. Maybe an under-18s international. But he's from Manchester City, plays through the middle of the park, can play as a midfielder centre or an attacking midfielder. He has some good potential for an 18-year-old. Passing, technique, vision, flair, determination, decisions, acceleration is good. Pace is not too great, but I have a feeling that he will develop leaps and bounds once we get into seasons 2 and 3. So he's a player that, again, Life Ring might be an option, but we'll just keep going with these players and see if we get any hidden gems. The next one is Ritzy Horseman. He has come from Bayern Munich, a 17-year-old goalkeeper, came via the scouting system, so they obviously liked what they saw. We bought him. He wasn't too much money. How much did we pay? £50,000. It's a bargain. If we sell him on for 100,000, we've made a profit. Not too fussed about that. Back to Real Madrid. Ike Gill, 16 years old, a striker with 14 finishing, 13 pace, 13 acceleration, technique of 12, positioning 13, flair of 12, heading of 12, jumping reaching only 4. So even though he's good at heading, he's not good at jumping. But still, as a 16-year-old, he's a player who is going to come straight into the first team and then be made available for the second team. We're going to try and develop him, and in 2 or 3 seasons' time, hopefully he'll be leading the line in the save. Although probably with the money that's available, we are going to end up going out buying players. Next one is Marc Casado. He has come from Barcelona. Another one who can play anywhere through the middle of the park. 18 years old. I think, again, it's the passing, the technique, the vision, the teamwork, positioning, determination, decisions. Pace is good with 12, acceleration of 13. An 18-year-old who's been trained by Barcelona, you know that you're going to get at least some kind of potential out of him. And I think he's a player who could set him well. The next player from Real Madrid is PC. He is a striker, 18 years old, finishing at 13, pace of 14, acceleration of 14. Going to try and get him in the first team and see if we can play him in some cup games, maybe get him a bit of experience and see if we can get anything out of him. We then went back to Manchester United and signed Damani Mella. He's a player who can play wide left, can play wide right, can play up top. These are the players that we like. He does currently have an injury with some pulled ankle ligaments, but he has good pace and acceleration. He has good finishing, first touch. Dribbling could probably be better and crossing could be better, but I think at the age of 21, he has a little bit more development to come, probably not too much, but he's a useful player that I think we can probably put in and rotate as a wide option in cup games. And the final player that we signed is Matthias Musialowski. He's a player that I really admire. As a Liverpool fan myself, we really think that we have a hidden gem in this kid. Can play wide left, can play wide right, play through the middle, can play as a makeshift striker. He has good pace with 13, acceleration of 14, agility of 14, natural fitness 16, determination 16, technique 13, off the ball 12, dribbling 14, finishing 13. So if we can get him into the first team and get him as a rotation option, I feel that we can develop this kid, and I think he is going to be a star. So all in all, we didn't spend too much money in the January transfer window, but the money we did spend, we've invested all in youngsters who I think will have a good future at the club, and I think that is what is going to propel us forwards. So let's check the finances then. That means that we have £5.7 million left in the bank with a bank balance of £35.2 million. Wage budget is 342,000. We're spending 301. Club vision then. So nothing really coming out in terms of their status, but it's all the same things from yesterday. So quick run through. Do not sign players under the age of 22 for the future. Develop players using the club's youth system. Sign high reputation players. We're going to fail that because we didn't sign any of those. Sign Ghanaian players. I think we signed one. Sign Malian players. We didn't sign any. Sign players under the age of 20 for the first team. I think we've been doing that. Play high tempo pressing football. Play possession football. Play entertaining football. I think we're doing those. Do not sign players over the age of 28. Onto the 5-year plan then, ongoing. Maintain the best youth system in the country, reserving judgment. Maintain the club's status as the most reputable team in Austria, still reserving judgment. Work within the wage budget, we are on course. In terms of the Champions League, they want us to be competitive. Europa League want to reach the second knockout round at a minimum, so a bit of a spoiler there, Europa League for the first season. They want us to win the Bundesliga, they are pleased, and they wanted to reach the cup final, but you can see we have failed that. Everything else going forward is the same. So then let's have a little look at the competitions tab. You can see at this point of the save, after the halfway of the first season, 18 games played, we are top of the league with 52 points, a massive 16-point lead from Rapid Vienna. We are absolutely flying. If we go in and have a little look at the win-loss record, you can see we have played 18, won 17, drawn 1, not lost, 53 goal difference and 52 points. So tearing the league up is exactly what we are doing. Look at some player stats for that. You can see most goals, Karim Adeyemi with 13, Woba with 9, which is a little bit of a shocker because he scored the same amount as Šeško. Okafor with 6. We then have most assists going to Januzovic with 13. We have Adeyemi up there with 8, Okafor with 6, and Sucic with 4. Most shots, Adeyemi with 51. Also on the list is Šeško with 44. Player of the Match awards, 2 of those, Michoro and Baumgartner getting those. But on the list we have Januzovic. That name is going to kill me. Januzovic and Adeyemi, both with 3. Most key passes, Januzovic is top of that list with 101. Karim Adeyemi is on there with 46. Most tackles won, we have Bernardo with 48. Most dribbles made, we have Alex Timosi Anderson leading the way, and we don't have anybody on that list. Most clean sheets, 2 players, Philip Cohn being one of them. And fewest conceded, Tino Casali leads the way, but Philip Cohn there with 13 conceded in second place. Expected goals per 90 minutes, Šeško 0.58, yellow cards Bernardo with 8. Expected goals, Karim Adeyemi with 7.81 and Šeško with 7.77. Pardon me. Karim Adeyemi with 40 in most fouls, Penalties, Woba is 4 from 4. Offsides, Sheshko with 21. Team goals, Onguini with 66 and Sheshko with 66, and goals per 90 minutes. Adeyemi with 0.79 and Benjamin Sheshko with 0.67. So a brilliant start to our campaign. In terms of the Champions League, you can see that we got knocked out in the group stages. We did get a tough draw though. We had Real Madrid, Inter Milan and Ferencvaros. Managed to get 7 points out of the 6 games, which was quite impressive. We won 2, drew 1, but then sadly lost the other 3. We had a goal difference of 0. 7 points was quite impressive, and I was happy with that. UEFA Europa League now. Salzburg are drawn against Fenerbahce. So first knockout round, we are playing against Turkish opposition, and then the OFB Cup. We got knocked out in the second round by Grazza Athletic Sport Club 1902. So that is why the board are furious that we got knocked out in round 2. Quick run through the schedule then and show you exactly what's been happening and how we have amassed that massive run in the league. So the first game up, we won 7-1 in the cup first round. We then won 3-1 against Austria Vienna in the opening Bundesliga game. Aronson, Sheshko and Simic. We then beat Wolfsburger 4-0. Admiral Wacker Modling 3-0. Hartberg 3-1. Reed 4-0 and Rapid Vienna 4-2. Going into September, Sturm Graz we beat 2-0. Ferencvaros we beat 3-0 in the Champions League. Then Austria Klagenfurt we beat 3-0 before we lost to Grazza AK 1902 in the cup, which really annoyed the board. We had a 3-3 draw against LASK in the league, which is our only dropped points so far. And then we lost 4-2 to Real Madrid away in the Champions League. Into October, Altach beat 4-1, Tyrol 5-0. Inter we beat 2-0, which was a really good game. Okafor and Adeyemi getting the goals, and we really outplayed them everywhere. Yeah, very proud of the boys on that one. We then beat Austria Vienna 3-1, Wolfsburger 5-0 before losing the away game to Inter 4-2. Beat Wacker Modling 3-1. We beat Hartberg 4-0. We had a draw against Real Madrid in the Champions League, which was really impressive. Karim Adeyemi scoring late on, but we did play really good in that game. We then beat Reed 5-1 in the Bundesliga before we beat Rapid Vienna 4-0 in the league. Ferencvaros then beat us in the away leg when we went out to Hungary and they won 1-0. And then we beat Sturm Graz 4-2 in the Bundesliga just before we came to this episode. We also played Liefering in a friendly and beat our junior team 3-0. So, a brilliant run has been really capped off with a great goal difference, a unbeaten 18 game stretch in the league. Unfortunately, the Champions League we got knocked out at the group stage, but we were competitive, which is what the board wanted. Europa League now for us, and that means that basically going forwards, we still have a chance at European competition. We still have a chance at winning. Well, we're probably going to win the Bundesliga quite easily. Last thing to look at then is the squad. Have any of those players managed to force their way into the best 11? So you can see it has changed slightly. We've got Mantle in goal, Bernardo, Woba, Soleil, Christiansen, Seawold, Capaldo, Junuzovic, Okafor, Adeyemi and Sheshko up top. So a pretty solid team to start us off, and we are only hopefully going to get better. And that leads me nicely in to pushing tomorrow's episode. In tomorrow's episode, we are going to go to the end of season 1, and we're going to show you exactly what has happened when we go to the 1st of June. Have we won the Bundesliga? Have we won the Europa League? Have we gone and smashed any records in terms of the Bundesliga? I really think, looking at it, an undefeated season is on the cards. After 18 games, hush hush, I think we can do it. We are really playing some really good football, and I think that it may continue to the end of the season. Right then, I'm going to wrap that one up here. If you are still watching at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please consider doing so. It really does help the channel, helps me get these videos out to so many more people, and I really do appreciate every single person that takes their time to come and watch the videos and help me out. But for this one, I am going to wrap it there. Go and watch another video on the channel. And if not, I shall see you very, very soon on another episode of the Red Bull Salzburg rebuild.